Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me right here in Solomon's Temple. My name is Uncle Solomon. It's so good to be with you today. I hope you're doing very well, each and every one of you, wherever you are. And please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel of Solomon's Temple. If you haven't subscribed yet, like the videos, share the videos. There's lots of videos there you can check out. And I would not stop saying this. If you are interested in really maximizing YouTube, making money from YouTube, uh, having more influence, spreading the gospel, doing business, there is a technique around how to use YouTube effectively to pull the views, the subscription that would help you to begin to monetize and make money. About a month ago, I trained, I remember two men, and the good news yesterday I got was one of them, actually one of his video in the last 2 weeks got about 39,000 views, and he's about to be monetized. So he's getting there step by step. And that's what I really look forward to. There are principles around it. Just because you have a message doesn't mean you go on YouTube and people begin to view you, you get views and subscribers. It doesn't work that way. There's a principle of communication. There are principles of marketing that has to go with it. So please make sure you call me on this number so I can offer you coaching, private coaching for a small fee. Right. So today I'm gonna be talking to a pastor, two pastors in conflict. Though the one pastor was a pastor before, and then he moved over to become what I call a witch doctor. Though still wearing all the regalia and showing himself forward like a pastor, all that kind of stuff. But this kind of the kind of so-called church that you go and then you consult. You go and have one-on-one, you pay, there's water, there's just a whole lot of stuff. But I'm going to bring in the pastor who was threatened. He believes he was threatened by this pastor, asking him to stop his operation, threatening him, threatening his family, his wife, his kids. And for him, he came over to me because this is a threat that he's not taking lightly. And he feels everybody need to know this, just so if anything does happen to him, we know who to hold responsible. So let me bring the pastor in. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Pastor. Welcome.
Yes, my name is Welcome, and my surname is Twan. I'm based in Davidton. Yes, I grew up in Davidton.
In the east of Johannesburg, that is.
It's in the east of Johannesburg, yes. And come again?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm running a church. I'm running a ministry based in Davidton by the name of Fruit of All Nations Ministries.
Okay. Yes. How long have you been running that now?
Yeah. Now it's about 12 years. It's about 12 years. Yes.
Okay. Now, you received some messages that you sent to me.
Yeah.
And I think I have one of the message. This was the first message you sent me. It says, listen here, stop pretending to be Nkulu Clive. You will never be like him. You are a fake prophet. All of a Sunday, when you believe in ancestors and you are called Nkulu, you will be taught a lesson and you will die a slow, painful death. When Nkulu don't play, you will lose. What's this all about? I don't really understand it myself. You got this where? On TikTok, or you got this? Where did you get this? And what is this all about? Yes. Tell us about the content of this message.
Yes, the content of the message, I think, well, I got it on Facebook, and I think it's one of his, I would say maybe daughter or son. I mean, I don't know, but it may be one of the followers, because this person, it's like he sent the person to send that message, because that person is talking like he knows my life, he knows my background, and it's like a person that doesn't know me at all. So, but it's a person that is sent to come with the background of my life and to threaten me.
All right. So So you believe it is this person, he calls himself Prophet Clive Botha. You believe
Yeah.
he is the one that is instigating all of this, and for that you are not, you are afraid of for your life. What is the
Yeah.
background? Why are you convinced he's the one behind this?
Okay. Yeah. What happened is that, well, we know each other from long years back. I would say that I knew about his church. I was one of the people in Davidson that knew about his life background and church and so forth. Well, I wasn't entertaining the previous things that happened about him, but I just knew him as Prophet Clive Botha. And, I knew about his ministry. And then, well, at a later stage, we used to communicate, we used to chat, but then he started to be a different person. Well, we're not having a communication to say that we were friends or something, but we just knew each other as pastors. So now, recently what happened is that I was on TikTok and I was running a session on TikTok. I was praying for people, and one of a lady commented and said that I'm lying. He said I was lying. He said whatever that I'm saying, I'm lying. In fact, I put that lady on the video because I was praying for her, and she started to pass remarks saying that I'm lying, whatever that I'm saying. And then he came in a private space. Coming in the private space, it's just that what I did, which was a mistake, it was not to record the call. But what she said is that she said, I was sent by one of a men of God that you know, and is doing the TikTok live. And what you are doing is what he is doing. And whatever that you are saying, it's a lie. He said, I must say that.
Mm. Mm.
So then, I then started to encounter with a problem whereby my TikTok was reported. This did not happen only once. I was receiving messages on TikTok that were showing that my TikTok was reported. If you can check also on that message, the very same issue of my TikTok being reported, there it is written on the message saying that
Was mentioned.
will
This
yes,
message, you mean?
if you can continue there to read, you will see the where the person says we will continue to report your account until it is removed on TikTok.
Okay.
The biggest part, which is shocking me the most, is where he's starting to talk about my kid. The person knows my life. The person is starting to talk about my kid. The person is telling me that they know my address. Of course, I don't hide my address because I'm running my church in my home. So I'm not hiding any address because people normally comes to my home at the church venue. So now he wrote there that we know your address. You don't hide your address, so we know your address. So that itself, it became a threat for me to be told that I know your address, and it simply means they are gonna come for me. They're gonna come for me. He's telling that we know your kid. And it means anything that is anything might happen with also my child.
Mm. Have you
Yes.
reported this to the police yet, or tried to get a protection order or anything?
Yes, the aim is that, in fact, this is what we were planning to do, that immediately after we do the session, I'm going to be able to go to the police station and make the report. But I already did make the phone call. So they said I must come directly there.
Okay.
Yes.
Now tell me, do, are you guys, why do you think he would, this so-called pastor, prophet, why do you think he would try to threaten you? Do you have something that belongs to him? Or are you
No,
guys in competition in any way?
I would say that I may not know. I may not know. I sometimes consider myself the less. I sometimes consider myself lower than him, but I don't know why is he following my life or whatsoever. Because there was this time he called me and said he was checking up on me. He wanted to know about me. And then when we were at church in the evening, I started to roll down on the floor, and there was a vision coming through. that someone wanna attack me and something is gonna happen with me. So those were the prophecies and the visions that happened within the church service. It was after he made a call in. So all these threats are now telling me that all these things, in fact, this thing was supposed to happen, I think, July, because that message is around July. And I was able to find the message, I think, today.
So you have a sort of like a similar sort of church to him. Is that right?
No, not exactly a similar church. Myself,
do you share the same beliefs with him? Because he mixes traditional beliefs, water, use of water, ancestors, and all this kind of prayer and all that. Do you share the same kind of belief with him?
a bit similar, but not exactly similar. Not exactly the same.
What is the similarities and what is not the similarities?
I would say myself, I think if with understandings, let me just mention it in Zulu, isithunywa. Yeah, I work in isithunywa, so that is messenger. We normally say messenger. So we believe in angels, we believe in ancestors as angels. So with him, it goes a different way. He's a Sangoma.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
he's
a total witch doctor. He's like, I mean, generally just say Sangoma. Even though I don't share that beliefs with you guys, you know, with ancestors and all that. The main reason why we're doing this for me is because you receive threats, your threats against your wife and threats against your kids, and that is a very important you know, issue to talk about, even if we don't share the same similar values. But how, again, I'm trying to understand why you think he is after you, why you think all of these things is happening.
Yes, the issue is that there has been strange things happening. There has been strange things happening. Like, for instance, as I said, that the message is that the very same message that I got, and going to him and talking to him right now, he was showing from the voice notes that there is something that he is up to, and that is not how we communicate before. Before he used to say, yes, he used to say he's checking up on me. It's a person that I only knew, and we didn't have a friendship. Well, and also to go deeper, because in 2017, there was a time where I attempted suicide. I was having a challenge and I attempted suicide. So he wanted to come to the hospital. And there was a lot of, says about him. Even my family, they know about him. So they said that he must not come because he's having a plan to do about my life as he want to come to the hospital. And that made him to be angry. Well, I didn't go on with that. We only knew each other. You understand, when you know a person, but that person want to know more about your life. He's always checking up on me. He always want to know what I'm doing and so forth. So it wasn't, a matter whereby I would say that I'm a friend with him, or we are connected, or we do things that are in a connection, or I went to his church. I never even went to his church.
So there is a serious problem here. You and him, it seems like you have some sort of spiritual, based on your beliefs. You know, it seems like you have some spiritual fight going on between you guys. You know, I'm a biblical person, so we're not really here to talk about the differences in our beliefs, but we're just here to look at the threats. Because a threat to anyone, to any family, is very, very serious. And you said you tried to call him and he was trying to deny it. Let me just play some of the audio that you recorded when you tried to call him.
Message message. Ukhuluma nobhuti wakhe ngiyangena manje ngoba ungibonisile imessage, so ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi kwenzakalani. Umfowethu ungitshelile manje. Bram, ujwayela thina wena. Mamela ungangithusi lo muntu lo. Bram, izangitshele. Iza ngikutshele ngathi akujwayela thina sikusabi Brian ungazostraightenisha la usazi. Yeva Brian. Yeah.
So what is he saying here?
Yeah.
That was my brother responding to him. Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I don't
entertain mediocrity.
Sendelele message umsendele
We'll have a civil conversation. But if you don't get them domain, I don't have time for that.
Okay.
I need to get you to Kuluma.
Yeah.
You talk, that's okay. Kuluma. Now I'm talking, I'm getting them domain. I'm not mad.
Oh, I'm mad.
Number one, nonsense.
Utebuko lo ngazothi ngikhuluma nonsense wena bafo utebuko lo. Hawu.
Uyabona ke manje.
Umfowethu lesikhuluma ngayo liqhazi lami leli. Hawu. Iqhazi lami leli umncane nkabi yami.
Mfana kithi.
Wena umncane nkabi yami wena. Mina ngitshela njengandoda manje ungazosisabisa. Hawu. Mangabe unenkinga yiza manje. Phela mfethu yekelela umuntu.
Hey ndoda. Ungithumela message nje ngena hapi mina la. And then ungitshela ngabo real man yini lento ekhuluma nami manje. Ungangifaka into nekude nami. Oh.
So this whole thing between you guys is getting complicated. I'm kind of like even lost a little bit there. What is this really all about? Can you try to translate what you're saying in this voice notes?
Okay, yeah. There was my brother around when this was happening. I made a call to him, and my brother was then angry. He was then telling him that why is he threatening me? Why is he sending me messages that are telling me that he's gonna, attack me and my kid and so forth? So then he was responding, saying that we are talking nonsense and so forth. He doesn't know anything about all the story and so forth. So it was like he is denying that he knows about this message.
Okay.
So yeah. So my brother there is involved. He was trying to give a backup from the whole issue.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, is there anyone between you guys that you could speak to? Any sort of people that can talk to him?
I don't think so. Yeah, in this in this situation, I don't think there's anyone except going to the police.
Okay.
Yes.
And you intend to go to the police soon?
Yes, I intend that because that is a threat. That is a threat. It means anything can happen to me.
Because here, what I see here is two traditional, I wouldn't even call you guys pastors, but two traditional believers. One trying to overshadow the other, one feeling like the other is a threat. So now they bring threat. So what I would advise you to do is to definitely go straight to the police tomorrow or even tonight and really try to get a protection order. That way you're making it official and legal. And that's the best way to do it.
Yes.
And also, we have done this broadcast, which is a good thing. People would know about, based on your side of the story, people would know what's going on with you.
Yes.
If he wants to give his side of the story, he can go on and give his side of the story, or he can come here and give his side of the story. But now people will be aware of what's been going on with you and how they could help, just so they will be aware, and in case anything happened to you and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So is that fine?
Yes, that's fine. That's
okay.
Fine. That's
and
fine.
If there's anything, please do let me know, and we can do a follow-up and still investigate it and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for coming and saying this. But I would advise you guys also, you know, Jesus is always king. He's the one that
Yeah.
can protect us. He's the one that can lead us.
That's true.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So that's welcomed right there. Just talking about threats, you know, between himself and a guy called Prophet Clive Botha. It's one of those things where you continue to dig deep and to be able to understand what's going on. And we'll definitely do a follow-up. And when you receive threats like that, it's always good to talk about it. But importantly, you know, this is between two guys who have their own traditional beliefs and all that kind of stuff. So we need to try to do a follow-up on that. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll be back to you again later. God bless you.